Hello. Welcome back. Or cut that part. Welcome to another installation of Nothing But Football. We're off season now, so we're just rambling, basically, arguing about random things.
Telling you which barbers to get fresh cuts from.
Yeah.
telling. Share for Skumbuzo.
There's a barber in Centurion. Called Vierda Park 2. Oh, he'll take care of your hair. When you find the connect, you'll find the connect. You won't look as pretty as me, but it'll be worth the cut.
What's his name? Refer us to Abednego.
It's Fumu, dog. You know his name is Fumu, dog. You know in South Africa you gotta get the foreign barber because they know how to take care of your hair. Can't trust these SA gents because they're trying to make you look ugly over here because you're taking all their women. It's hard out here.
Can't even call a good barber a barber, Joe. That nigga's a cut smith, Joe.
All right, I never thought about that theory.
Fumu's out here, busy dabbing my hair, making sure I sign over there when I walk out. You know when you walk out of a barber and you're on some,
yeah.
I can't stay home. It's Friday and I just can't be home. That's how you feel each time you get cut.
First 48, though. First 48 hours after a haircut, a black man is dangerous, though.
Wait until he hits you with the fade, the beard fading into your hair, and you'll be like, your girlfriend locking you in your bedroom because you're uncontrollable. You're uncontrollable. But either way, beauty tip, cut at least once a week, dog, and make sure you get a good barber. A good barber who lines you up. And if you're bowling, like some of my niggas that I know, what you need to do is just go bowl and do the Rick Ross look. That's all I can say.
I think
that
applies to me. We don't know what's going on under this hoodie. Yes, but I think let's move on. So there've been a couple of friendlies coming in closer to the Euro. Everyone's trying to get things sorted and see what's going on. And I think we can start by the spiciest one, which is normally England. I see England have sorted out their squad. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold is the one who's injured. Mm-hmm. He's injured, and now they've included Ben White from Brighton.
Yeah,
it is Brighton Hove. Yeah, they've included him as a replacement. There are some murmurs. Obviously, they've got some fine names on that list with they could have actually added maybe someone who might be a goal threat or something like that. Let me ask you, Lucas, what do you think of that addition of Ben White?
I think from the coach's perspective, it's not a bad move. Look, if he's playing five at the back, he's pulling another centre back in. That maybe makes sense to me. If he's going to play five at the back, if not, then I really don't understand why. But if I'm Jesse Lingard, I'm like, hey, I was probably England's best player in the World Cup. I've shown it for England. I'm back on form now, and Ben White, like next year this time, will he even be in the squad?
That's a very good point. Uncle Curtis, what do you think of England's topsy-turvy, confusing period before the Euros?
I think this is the first time in years I've seen England walk into the Euros like a week or two before it, and they're not as confident media-wise as they were in the past. Of course, that arrogance is still there a bit. But they thought they won previous competitions before it even started.
Yes, it's coming home was the word of the day.
Yeah, World Cup, it's coming home every time. And I think that also comes down to the way they approach these friendlies. They weren't easy wins. I think it also comes down to the squad makeup. It looks like in some games they know they're not going to be the better team. Like Lucas says, they want five at the back. I think they're afraid of maybe if they come across against a France or a Germany or Portugal, they'll have to be ultra defensive, get the goal on the counter and take it from there. Because, Kane can get that one goal and then all of a sudden you shut up shop, put five at the back, get the team on the counter. So I think it's very practical that what Gareth Southgate is doing.
Yeah.
I think let me not say they'll make it further because I still think they'll hit semi-finals. And semi-finals is a lot of luck, but Sometimes it's just the right mentality at the right time. But I'll see. But because sometimes these guys will Ben White, like you guys are saying.
Yeah.
I didn't know what club that guy played for.
No. Look, he's a decent player. He's Premier League quality. Let's put it that way. He can be in the Premiership. I'm not sure how high or how low. Obviously, time will show that. But just going back to England, their last friendly was 1-0 against Romania.
Yeah.
And all the reports say great performance. England is Romania. 1-0.
To tell you the truth,
France, that's 7.
I won't lie and say I watched the game. I watched the highlights. Romania was actually, they had some chances in that game.
See, but what the thing is, man, to me, what
That's
England,
Germany, that's 5.
what England did in the past, they used to knock those teams 5-6
Yes.
though. And then they would beat France in the one tough friendly before they win 2-1. Then, it's coming home. So I think this route is a better thing for them mentally sharp. There's still some media hype saying, brilliant performance, what. There's still a bunch of pundits who talk nonsense like saying we should take James Ward-Prowse to be a set-piece specialist. My nigga, if you're going to take a player on the basis that in the last 20 minutes of a game, it's 0-0. He'll come on to take free kicks. You don't deserve to win nothing. Nothing. This is not Cristiano.
Interesting.
And it's corners.
Well, I have a theory about this whole Ben White thing. I think Ben White has he's got quite a few caps, no?
For England?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
No, as in few he just recently got promoted now.
Well, let's check. I wouldn't be surprised if his debut is this season.
No, yeah, it is his debut this season. I mean, Ben White before this was nowhere. He's probably got 2 caps now? Yeah. If you think about it from an England point of view, they're tired of losing young talent. This would be the perfect, if they left him behind. You can see, they've done this many times before. They did this with Wilfred Zaha. They did it with who? Tammy Abraham.
Yeah.
Well, Tammy Abraham actually justified his position in the squad. I thought they were going to do it with Saka, but Saka improved as a player. But those type of players where you think, this guy, if he's not taken by England this season or at this moment, he's going to get poached by someone else. And I think Ben White is the type of player who would suit like a Wales or a Scotland, and he'd be scooped up. So England is probably just saying, let's take this guy. We're going to give him a couple of sub appearances or maybe even one of the easy games, which looking at these guys' table, I think they don't have any easy games. But he'll probably come on as a sub just to close the game. But I think it's just so that this guy doesn't leave.
That's a stupid decision.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's my theory.
Okay.
That I think that they're just taking him on the basis of, because, I mean, they could have added, you were saying earlier on that you think it's because they want to play 5 in the back.
Yeah.
That it makes sense.
They're not blessed at centre back.
Yeah.
So the England squad, yes, full back, midfield, whatever. But centre back, it's Harry Maguire. Then you drop, maybe John Stones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harry Maguire, John Stones. But after that, it's Connor Cody.
Yeah, because I was watching that Romania game. I think Tyrone Mings started. And but Mings is looking a little bit shaky. So I think they're not so as confident as they'd like to be from the back. So maybe that is the situation.
You see, but then that shows to me lack of identity in the way they're producing players with what they want to do. Let's draw comparisons to other top nations that have won Euros and World Cups recently. Okay. Right? World Cup squad, Germany. When did those kids start playing together?
Oh, gang.
Yeah.
They were winning youth tournaments ago.
They started winning, but then when they hit a certain age and they go to the national team, what does the national team do? They're like, nah, these are our players. We are sticking to these players. This is how we're going to play football. Timo Werner is not banging in goals for Chelsea right now, right? But can you name me another German striker that the Germans are saying, this is our striker?
They're ready for him.
They're like, Timo Werner will get his act together. If not, we'll find the next 20-year-old.
Yeah.
Right? Let's go to France. Right? Ben White. I don't know what Premier League club he played for. You guys are telling me it's Brighton. What's France doing with Aymeric Laporte? You don't fit our plans. We don't care if you become good one day. It doesn't matter. We've made our decision. We can regret that decision later. All right? So what happens? Laporte is going to Spain now. All right?
Yeah.
Look at the quality of player that France is letting go, nah, look at the quality of player that England is letting into their team. It's two vastly different quality players. Laporte goes to a Man City team and is winning trophies. Ben White is a squad filler in Brighton.
Yeah.
To me, and that's very.
I think he came in as a replacement most of the times when he started. I think it's because what's that guy's name? The right back, the black Lafferty. Lamperty, yes, Lamperty.
Yeah.
Lamperty was going to start the season, but he got injured, so then they had to change their formation, and I think that's when Ben White started to come in, and that's how.
No, he's. Well, yeah, actually this season, because last season he was on a loan at Leeds in the Championship. Yeah. But he did well there, but I mean...
But I'm just saying that it's because things worked out in his favor. I mean, they got rid of... didn't they get rid of... who's that other guy? It was Lewis Dunk and the other guy, the Irish guy. Duffy. But Duffy, they got rid of him last season, in January. Yes, they got rid of him in January last season.
Burnley, I'm not even sure.
No. He plays for Celtic.
Okay. No. But you get what I'm saying with the quality of players. Like, it's Cody. I'm not Cody. Like, I'd rather take Connor Cody because at least he's banging in there for Wolves and doing.
Is he?
Ben
I think
White.
He's definitely there.
He's there. But Ben White, like, he's 24 now, man, and you're still banking on giving caps to a person who's maybe become good. Maybe end up in the top 10 club.
At centre back, if not him, the other choice is Ben Godfrey. The other choice is, it's always that level at centre back.
Yeah, I'd rather go take the 18-year-old then.
Right.
To build that guy's confidence.
I think let's move on from that topic because we've been discussing England for way too long now. Let's move on to a topic that I feel might actually play a factor because I think this is the first tournament where they're going to actually have fans back. I'm reading here. They say each of the 11 UEFA Euro 2020 hosts will welcome fans back to the stadiums for the matches this summer. St. Peter's and Baku have confirmed capacities of 50% in the stadium. Budapest aims to host 100%. But yeah, so basically this is going to...
In England, would probably be 50% also.
Yeah.
Because there's some games at Wembley and whatever.
So now we're going to have the addition of fans for, what's his name? For these games. And now you got to take in that factor as in. Because fans from certain countries genuinely make a bigger difference.
Sure.
So I think obviously that changes everything from a point of view where we now discuss, what's going on.
Sure.
I mean, let's look at England. They tend to play better with their fans, but also if they go and they're playing in those rowdy nations. I mean, now you've got, let's look at a group with some of these Eastern European sides. Someone playing in like Ukraine or something like that, or Russia even.
But I think England fans make England players nervous.
Yeah, actually.
Because they only love you while you're doing it.
No. Yeah. I think that's the angle I was trying to get at. But I'm saying that, England tends to play well, but the addition of fans might change things, especially, against these guys. They might play in Czech Republic, and Czech Republic, the Eastern Europeans tend to be very rowdy. So I think let's discuss that. And now that there's an addition of fans, it's necessarily a 12th man for a lot of these teams. And I was looking at it now, basically looking at the Budapest and all those, they aim to have 100%. How much of a difference is that going to make when you, I don't know, maybe go have a home game against Croatia and they've got 100% and your home games are 50? What do you think of that?
Better be fit.
But even that, I think with certain teams, the fans will only make a difference in penalties.
Yeah.
Because, and it will be later on in the competition for me, maybe starting from the semi-finals, because group stages, the teams that are better than the other teams are generally going to make it past those stages. The fans are back, but some teams will benefit with no fans, but we'll see. It's gonna be the same normal teams that make it to the quarterfinal with maybe one or two surprises. The rest, it's, I don't know Romanian fans. I don't know Croatian fans. Only thing I remember about Croatia was that beautiful president of theirs when they won the World Cup. That's the last thing I remember.
That was like years ago.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I know about Croatia.
Yeah.
You know, besides that, Eduardo, who was played for Croatia, I think,
yes.
the Brazilian. You know, small things like that. So it's like, fans are back, but we'll see how it goes. Can't predict a team will win a World Cup because of a Euro because of fans. If you're winning because of fans, then you were never that great.
There's Modric and Kovacic and stuff there.
No, I mean, but we watched I won't give that Greece team that won the Euros credit. I won't give that credit to the fans, but they were quite, a cheery bunch.
Yeah, but I think that was done just to the grit and determination of Greece. And they pulled off some upsets in that tournament.
Yeah.
And the fans supported them in their approach because obviously they were winning games that they don't expect.
It'll depend on, for me, ticket allocation, because you have to buy the semi-final tickets and quarter-final tickets way ahead of time. You might find that a lot of fans in those stadiums are not fans of the team, but they're just there to watch the game.
Not true.
That too as well.
Look, but you're still playing in front of fans. I think, because I mean, we saw a little bit towards the end of the season the difference fans makes.
I mean,
you don't chase down a ball.
Look at that Brighton game.
Yeah.
I mean, Brighton versus City.
Yeah.
Where Brighton were losing, it was, I think, 3-0.
Yeah.
And they came back. Was it? No, it was 2. It was 2-0, and they came back to win it 3-2.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched that game, and the fans were doing that exact thing that you're talking about, where you're chasing down a ball, and the fans will literally shout and give you that extra motivation, and you push yourself.
Smaller nations, every clearance, especially if they go 1-0 up, every clearance is
it's just shouting.
I just feel like
Vladimir
at
and the
international football level, fans don't play as much of an impact as club level for me. Like, guys, I don't. That's the only thing I remember about fans, me personally, at international level. It's a beautiful Brazilian woman when the cameraman just pans over.
Sure.
And it's like, it's like small snippets like that. Like, the orange wall for Netherlands. I can't, besides the Green Street hooligans.
Yes, the English hooligans.
Which fans are really passionate at international level? I can't tell you one.
Fair enough.
No, I agree with you. But yeah, and another thing I actually wanted to discuss that I think will be interesting to see, because I've noticed some players have held their transfer talks, basically waiting until the tournament finishes. Because obviously you do well in the tournament, your price skyrockets.
Sure.
And I can't actually remember the player who actually chose to withhold. Has Greenwood signed for you guys?
Greenwood, yeah. He signed his.
He signed contract extension.
Yeah.
There's, I just can't remember which player it is, but there's a player who's basically stopped his transfer negotiations. There haven't been many transfer negotiations, in this period. What do you think that's going to play a factor for many teams? Like, do you think that's going to be interesting to watch some guys? I mean, we've got, Odegaard's benching. Odegaard's not there, but there's obviously a lot of players in Europe who are looking for a new club. It should be interesting, don't you guys think?
Yeah, because essentially all eyes go on the tournament. This is James after the World Cup.
Yeah.
Real Madrid all of a sudden. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So I guess some players are like, yeah, Joe, if I transfer now, I can transfer to a top 6 club. But if I play well, then I transfer to a top 4 club.
Yes.
Type of thing, looking at it from that angle maybe. And also those tournaments dupe clubs all the time.
Exactly.
United fans remember Kleberson.
Liverpool fans remember Diouf. Alhaji Diouf.
Alhaji.
Like, sometimes, like even Real Madrid, James, he never got the hype that they wanted from the World Cup. If to me, as a club, if you are buying a player off Euros or World Cup, just because they had a good tournament, that means you didn't do your research beforehand. Because if he was not on your list and major list, I'm looking at you funny in the light. Especially if that boy is not maybe 16, 17. It's a grown 21-year-old man now. I'm looking at you funny in the light. You're just buying off hype. And this is how players like Ben White make the squad.
No, that's actually the type of player I was thinking about. As in a Ben White, if he goes and performs here, this could actually be a springboard into...
Yeah, because he... Yeah, like a player like him, like he's on the verge of being decent.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that could just show, hey, I'm actually a decent player.
I mean, come on, let's not act like this is... Okay, Harry Maguire kind of had a similar, bounce. Because Harry Maguire started from Hull, then he...
Sheffield.
No, I'm saying when we started to pay attention to him.
Oh, sure.
It was from Hull. Then he went from Hull, he went to Leicester. That's where he put up a great performance.
Sure.
Then fast forward, you find yourself at Man United. Couldn't this be a similar story for Ben White?
Could be, yeah.
So it'll be interesting. Maybe even Bukayo Saka raises up his interest and his value.
That boy loves Arsenal for now. If he continues to
but he'll get another O on his Arsenal paycheck from them.
Exactly.
If they do that, then we in worse shape than I thought.
Then I don't know. Let me just look at other teams. Besides the addition of, we can talk about the addition of Benzema in the French squad.
Drug dealer Benzema,
Yes.
drug lord.
Yes, because I've noticed he's been quite behaved. He's taking the mature route now,
Let's find out.
saying that he's basically saying, hey, I'm just in it, I'm in it to support. He's kind of saying, bro, whatever role you guys want me to play, I'll play it.
But we need to look out for that one dejected team member in the France national squad. In case he's blackmailing that kid again. Because we won't know up until it's done.
I'm sure this time he knows how to cover his tracks now.
Yeah.
He's not going to use his known associates now.
Yes, but we'll see. But yeah, man, it's a quality player there in Benzema. Benzema, Mbappe, Giroud. That's three very different type of strikers that could win you three different types of games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
It's a smart play by the coach for me because also, I mean, Martial was getting back into the French squad. There was a gap opening up at centre forward, and Martial's injured. I don't even know who else comes into that picture. So it would have been somebody you probably can't rely on as much, or a world class player. So that's a good move.
But yeah, man, we'll see with that group of death how it goes with Portugal,
wonder
Germany,
if
and France.
Giroud still gets as much minutes as he wants to now with Benzema here.
And I think it's also a smart move because the last tournament that France won, what was it? World
Cup, yeah.
Nah. It was a lot of...
They lost the last Euro final. Yeah. Been building up.
There's been a lot of play going through Giroud. A lot of international teams would have predicted that will happen again. Then you say, we'll start the tournament with Benzema. Later on towards the tournament, you've been planning around Benzema and Mbappe just busy bombing and running circles around you. Semi-final stage, you're like, Giroud, it's time for you to do what you did in the past World Cup and just put 1-2 night layoffs, let other strikers come from behind. So it's that option that I like that France have that I don't see very much in other teams. But you know how it is. Because you have so many options, you're not going to win the cup.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You never know.
Yeah, man. But it should be an interesting cup. Like, that's what I say. I'm still not sure, eh? And
must jam a super brew thing or whatever.
Yeah. The fantasy took a toll on me, so I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
I have to start winning the new season, so I'm taking a break from anything like that, man.
Yeah. No, because I'm just thinking, I don't even know if I'll get into the spirit of things. I was looking at some of these jerseys. The jerseys, there's some nice ones. But I don't think I'll commit that far by getting myself a jersey. But somehow, as the tournament gets, to that thing, I think now I can actually say no. My Italy thing is getting stronger.
Good shout for dark horse, Italy. For me.
I think that's my dark horse. I think France, obviously, for the to take it, but somehow Italy.
So I have a young sneaking suspicion like the best defense will go very far.
Yes.
And that's traditionally Italy. You know what I mean? And they only pick 2 strikers in that squad, son. 26 and then there's 2 strikers. They say, hey, listen.
What about Russia, guys? Hey, I mean, saying, what about Russia?
Russia's been playing terribly, man. They've been losing to teams like Hungary. Because I've
is
been
it?
watching some of the Euro qualifiers and stuff.
No, I'm just...
You've been watching some of Russia.
My nigga, when I stopped of football and he came back, I was watching any and every.
yeah.
No, I'm just thinking because, Russia were involved in that big doping scandal. Then all of a sudden, before the World Cup, guys are coming out. That Zuba guy, the striker, is just all of a sudden a top goal scorer. And you're just looking and you're like, guys, didn't they say this? The whole nation was doping. Like, guys aren't even questioning the national team. Maybe it's the drugs wearing off now. Maybe that's why they're doing terribly.
Yeah, we'll see, man. But yeah, Russia's been falling off. Ever since Arshavin retired, I can't remember of a single Russian player that's done well.
No, they did that.
Golovin.
They did that. The doping scandal. Remember, that's what happened. Everyone kind of came back home, and then now there was silence in the testing. They had their own little testing methods.
But even with Russia, I'm talking about just Russian football players, guys. When's the last time you heard of a great Russian football player? Even before doping scandals, like. They've fallen off. I don't know what's happened over there. The Russian billionaires are busy investing money in racist clubs in London, instead of back at home where they need that money.
That one's actually it's an interesting thing because you've noticed actually there's a lot of Russian owners in the European Big Six. What's his name? The Big Six leagues. That there's a Russian guy somewhere in that mix.
What they should have done is made the Russian league the Chinese Super League, but it has ties to Europe, so of course they win in Premier League, European League titles. St. Petersburg deserves better. Lokomotiv Moscow deserves better.
No, they deserve nothing, bro. Don't you remember that player from Barcelona, Malcolm? There was that he played on the wing.
Yeah.
So Malcolm, when he went there, like he apparently received some heavy racism.
Yeah.
So like there's still that heavy racism in the Russian league. Yeah, sharp. If you come in there and you're a certain type of player of color that they like,
sure.
The hardworking players tend to work out, especially in the defense and stuff. But in the front, you tend not to be treated so kindly. So obviously there's that big mountain they have to deal with before they start talking about, maybe that's why guys left. Hey.
But let's not talk about Russia, guys. Vladimir might be tracking us down. That man is tough.
Hey, he's got his own things to deal with, right? They're trying to overthrow him. But I think,
Oaks are disappearing.
You think you'll disappear?
Yeah, who's gonna give Oaks beauty tips?
Yeah, I was gonna say, hey,
who's gonna love these ladies out here in the streets?
This guy talking smack about Putin.
Alone.
This guy's talking smack about Putin alone, bro.
That guy is my man, though.
Vacancy, third chair at NBF is opening.
That's why I'm like, hey, bro, don't involve us in your chats. I don't know what you're talking about.
That guy's my man. I'm ready for that Sputnik vaccination. I'm ready. In Russia, I trust.
But yeah, just wrapping up on what I was saying, from the players looking to boost up their transfer talks. I mean, obviously Mbappe, who's thinking of leaving, if he does well, which he should, this could be talks. As well, Lukaku, if he does well, Inter might decide, no, we're keeping him.
He said he's staying.
No, I think he wants to stay.
You don't leave a good thing, man.
Yeah.
He's
No.
friends with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But that wasn't from him. That was from the club.
Yeah.
Remember the club was saying, hey, we might need money. So I think the new coach came in. Well, I don't know who the new coach is, but they've had that conversation.
The guy from Lazio, Inzaghi. No. Anyway,
I don't know who it is.
He was a player. It's a name you would remember as a player from being a player, but anyhow,
Inzaghi.
I'll find it.
But yeah, hence what I'm saying. That's why he's saying, yeah, he's staying, because I think they've given him a vote of confidence, as in like, don't worry, you're gonna stay. But yeah, things like that, where I say a lot of players have a point to prove. It should be an interesting tournament. Obviously not as interesting as our normal slice of football, but it's just something that we will just have to take.
Simone Inzaghi, yeah.
Or is it Simone Inzaghi? So it's not the brother. It's not Philippe.
Filippo is at AC, man.
Yeah, Filippo was... Oh, so he's got a brother.
I think Simone Inzaghi did have a brother, but it's not Filippo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's just Italian guys. Nah, man, but yeah, I think we've exhausted the topic of football. We've tried to cover it from all angles. Let me ask you guys if you have any parting words in terms of what you're looking forward to during this Euros.
Your Italy chat actually sparked my mind, eh? Because when I started thinking about it, I'm like, okay, cool. I actually want to see the new crop of Italy guys. You know what I mean? Donnarumma's actually still young.
He is.
Right?
Very young.
Sandro Tonali, Zaniolo, you know, the big hopes of them. I actually want to see
Donnarumma is also another player who's looking for a new club.
Yeah, on a free.
On a free. Exactly.
So what's his name? That agent?
I know you're talking about that.
Mino.
Raiola.
Kinda. Well, look, it will still work out for him. But you know, Mina. They bashed. AC Milan. We're gonna let his contract run down. Give us this amount. AC Milan eventually bashed. Now they're bashing. We can talk again.
Guy thought he had too much power.
Because the fans also bash Joe every season, and you're only 23 every season. Screw you, go.
And to tell you the truth, I think that guy's actually becoming a problem. Good for
who? The keeper?
No, not the keeper.
Yeah.
I'm saying good for AC.
Yeah.
For actually standing up.
Yeah.
Obviously, not a lot of clubs are going to have that backbone, but you know, if they shut this down very early,
yeah.
And but actually no, in this new world of clubs, everyone's spineless.
No, because they bash AC Milan bash 350. You're 23. No.
You're going to be on $1 million by the time you're 30. Though.
Now they're like, okay, who else is willing to pay a goalkeeper 350?
Exactly.
United is learning. Who else is willing to bash a goalkeeper that
Chelsea
much money?
learned the hard way with their transfer
for
Kepa.
And trust me, Kepa's not going to move anytime soon.
Right?
Yeah, and they've all got quality number. Where's even there a gap for? I guess there'll always be, but I mean...
No, there's no.
I think
PSG do Keylor Navas? Hey, Keylor Navas gets done dirty, Joe. Remember Real Madrid? He was the top goalkeeper there, the best eye.
He is kind of old, but you know,
because they were linking Lloris there as well.
Lloris is also old, but that's just French pride.
I think Oaks just beat transfer record for keepers, dog. I don't think they're going to be breaking wages, especially because you know he's a good keeper at AC Milan. Like, he was, but
especially not in the season. Especially not in the season. I think everyone's kind of comfortable with the goalkeepers that they had.
It's not even that. I'm just saying, like, when you look at his AC Milan career, was he Czech? Was he?
He was.
Like, he was. Potentially. Nah? But Czech at that age went to Chelsea and bam.
Czech signed Chelsea early 20s.
But I'm saying
probably only the ages that Donnarumma is hitting now.
But like when you look at AC Milan last season, those guys were still conceding hella goals. I'd rather fix my defense than give this guy 350 and concede the same amount of goals next season. You know what I'm saying? Then you can say, okay, fine, I can get a cheaper keeper. There's so many good number twos in that.
And this guy, Joe, remember his last contract, now he bashed. They had to sign his brother also. They didn't want his brother. Those are the conditions he comes with.
Oh, like that guy's like, I think he's like 35 or 36. Dog. Like that guy's old, he's just there. It's not even like a Thorgan Hazard where you know at least the guy's good, bro. Like it's just like, hey, bro.
So this guy will bash Joe, and I'm sure AC Milan bashes, and he's 23. Come on, this is a goalkeeper, Joe.
Mino's busy wilding on these streets.
New goalkeepers pop up everywhere, bro. Dog. Like goalkeeper is actually a position where there's some talent in the world, bro. Like,
but look the way football is going, dog. They're getting guys from the Championship.
Yeah,
they got Jude Bellingham from the Championship. Clubs are bashing, dog. We'll go find
the Chelsea keeper. He literally chats Ejo 4 years ago. I was getting released by a club. I'm not even sure if I was going to stay a professional.
Yeah,
now I'm winning the Champions League.
Bruh, even your boy Johnston.
Sam Johnston.
Yeah. John Stone was your reserve goalkeeper.
Yeah.
He was at the bottom. He went and he fought his way at the bottom, developed his talent. Now he's in the England squad. That's impressive.
Yeah, no, that's impressive. Look, but I love that. He's in that youth team of United that I really digged.
Isn't he the guy whose dad took that bet? I think he made a bet. He in like one of these betting companies.
Yeah.
And he's like, I bet you one day my son will play for United.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He might have won a crazy amount.
Yeah, it was like one of those trivial facts I learned about when he actually debuted for Man United. His dad made a bet when he was very young, and it's like, my kid's gonna play for United.
That's just what.
And then he ended up playing.
Yeah.
So that's another little.
Man, but I can't believe me the Real trying to get that guy on 350.
Oh, yeah, I could have the number wrong, but at some point they best Ejo.
No.
You're 23.
But what do you think he's gonna do for Haaland?
For
Haaland.
He's trying to get him on $1 million, dog.
Oh yeah, he's
like, I will get £1 million player a week soon. He's trying to get him on $1 million.
Not now. Like, I don't see any team, maybe Chelsea.
Nah, they won't. I think
So I think he's just getting people excited. Haaland, I don't think Haaland moves this summer.
Yeah, it's not the time to move if you want big money.
Yeah. No, well, his release clause kicks in next year.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's drumming up interest, and then Bash says, "Hey, Joe, next year this guy costs 65 million euros or 65 million pounds.
Okay.
What's my fee now? Remember how much they said he got paid for Pogba?
Yeah. Okay.
The best Juventus got 60.
Dude, I think that time, even when he landed, dog, he was driving a Ferrari, living nice.
Mino.
Yes, I remember. As soon as he landed in England, he had the Ferrari. I think he told Pogba, jump out, get in the Chevrolet. I'm riding in the Ferrari. That's what I was like, yeah, you can see.
you got commitments.
Yes, this is like a flex of money.
Yeah.
I was like, well done. But he's still spineless.
Yeah.
But well done.
It's a balancing act, dog. It's just sometimes it's too much greed. It's a balancing act. Like
He talks too much.
Yeah.
He talks a lot.
he must do it like the United family connection over there when it was United family just running the club. I didn't know that there was a scouting network of United brothers and what. And they did it so well. Ferguson brothers, yeah. I didn't know that stuff.
Yeah, Martin Ferguson was a chief scout.
You see what I'm saying? But it's like he was so in the background, he wasn't too flashy, and that's how you get things done.
Yeah, but what other scout is known?
The new directors of footballs, they basically scouts. Basically.
They're not.
They know, dog.
They're not scouts.
Yeah, dog.
They get the scouts report and then put money on.
Yeah, but some of these guys are good because you check the guy from Lille, the guy who found Martial at Monaco, the guy who found I think Mbappe and a couple other players. He's looking for a new club. He left Lille. We'll see how it goes. He's talking to various clubs, from Madrid to Arsenal to other players, to other clubs.
Oh, we let go of Edu, ne?
No, we're not letting
What?
go of Edu.
Oh, is it? No. Okay, good.
Oh, that would be dumb. Yeah.
No, I heard there were talks, especially during the what's his name? What's it called? The Super League thing.
Yeah.
There were talks where they were saying they're considering it. Or I don't know if there's talks that they might get someone.
But they shut it down. They said that if that guy comes, it's going to be on a consulting basis. They want to keep up the network that they have with Edu.
Because look, that would be stupid. You brought in the Dortmund guy.
Fine.
Mislintat
Yeah.
or something. You brought in the Dortmund guy because of what he did at Dortmund. You gave him no power, you fired him. You replaced him with somebody else before Edo. That was just like, okay, sharp. Just close that position. Okay, sharp.
Close that position and bring back Wenger. Let him be director of football.
Hey man, if that Spotify guy signs, then it's closer than we think. But that's not going to happen, obviously. But yeah.
Another season of 8 and I'm rioting, dog.
But I think we've had a long, extensive chat of nothing but football. I think we can leave it there. On my right here, I've got Brother Hakeem, Lucas. Sign off phrases. Do your thing, man. Let me give you the podium.
Now I'm under pressure. Bye-bye, guys.
Uncle Curtis, any last words? Anything you'd like to say?
Last words. Stay pretty, man. It's life. We hate, but I'll see you guys on the streets.
All right, no, then yeah. For my sign off, I guess. Let's hope we get some signings as Arsenal fans. You know, don't want to be angry next season, so I'd hope for nice signings. I'll wait until we sign a big player before buying one of the new Arsenal jerseys. I'll try. Yes, I'll try. I'm waiting. I have a feeling that what's his name?
You're gonna sign up a tractor sponsor.
No. I have a feeling they might bring back that maroon jersey. I think they might use inspiration for that as our home jersey.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Because if they haven't announced our home jersey yet, I have a feeling it's going to be something that's going to try capture, you know, our nostalgic thoughts or our nostalgia. And that's the only jersey I can think of. That one with the gold on there. That would be a nice one.
We'll see.
If someone who works, you know, with the Arsenal kit designs, if you hear this, I don't know how you hear it, but if you hear it, maroon and gold, that one will kill.
The 2004 one.
Yeah. That's why I say that'll be a nostalgia, a peak nostalgia. They'll kill us. That'll be the high selling jersey. I'm telling you now. But yeah, you can only dream. But that depends if you plan on winning, Arsenal. But yeah, yeah. Well, that's us for the week. Guess we'll catch you guys next week, man. You guys can, I don't know, do your gang signs, your impromptu stuff.
Stay pretty.
But yeah.
Stay pretty. Stay fly, man. Stay
But cheers, guys.
Peace out.
We hasn't betting my league.